Mr. Leader.
Thank you so very much. I didn't know this really did this. I might play with that every time now. Thank you very much, and I want to first thank the members. I want to thank Congresswoman Lauren Boebert. I want to thank Mike Johnson, August Pfluger, and also Scott Franklin, who is not here, for their work on standing firm, their strong leadership on this issue, and for inviting me to this press conference today. The President's Ministry of Truth is just an un-American abuse of power. It's a scheme conjured up by Washington Democrats to grant themselves the authority to control free speech. They fear Americans having unfeathered access to information because it will challenge the power that they want to have over people's lives. And we already know what they will do with that control. They will manipulate the facts and discredit the truth when it's inconvenient for their narrative. Just remember what we saw. The Russian collusion hoax. We saw it with the Hunter Biden laptop, when they knew what the truth was and months later they finally wanted to come forward. And we saw it throughout COVID when liberals discredited facts that ended up prolonging lockdowns and school closures. If there is any doubt about this Biden administration intends to exploit this office and manipulate information, you look no further to the person he selected. Spend a moment. Nina Jankowicz. She championed government lockdowns, going as far as saying, force away and lock us down. And she actively worked and spread misinformation that now has been proven false. And they want to put her in charge. This person has no business serving in government, much less given a role to monitor information. President Biden's Disinformation Governance Board must be completely dismantled. Yesterday, we did a PQ on this, and every single Democrat voted against it. They want to create a ministry of disinformation that can go in and dictate to what they think is true and not. It goes to the very core of our country, to the First Amendment. Do they not trust Americans enough that they want to control that much of our lives? We watched it time and again. Why would they want to control the information? Because they don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to know inflation we haven't seen since the late 70s and 80s like this. They don't want you to know, really, the truth what's happening in COVID, the mismanagement of what they have done and the deaths that are happening now. They don't want you to know about the crime being rampant, that you've got DAs that won't uphold the law. They do not want you to know what's happening on the border. They do not want you to know that the number one cause of death between those of Americans 18 and 45 is fentanyl, because it's coming across that border. They do not want you to know who else is coming across that border. People on the terrorist watch list, and I can prove it to you. When we were there more than a year ago, it was first discovered that we had caught people on the terrorist watch list, not from Central America, but from Yemen. When we produced that information, you know the first thing that was said to me by a member of Congress, Gallegos, who serves on armed services? He said I was lying, that he has the same information and entitled to the same information as I do. But then when he was given the truth, he never apologized or corrected it. And you know what the administration then did? Said we are no longer allowed to have that information. That's the basis of what they want to create this on. It's un-American, it's wrong, and we will do everything in our power to stop it. And I thank the members behind me who have been working so hard with that. And with that, let me yield it back to you, Lauren Boebert.
Thank you very much, Mr. Leader.